plan is to get as much done as I can so we can get out in the garden and enjoy our lives. And right now we're low on prepared meals, so that's what I need to do. And in this video, I would like to inspire you to do cooking on a budget and to show you what you can do with 2.5 pounds of 93% lean ground beef. This is really good ground beef we get from a Mexican market. I'm going to start out with, I'm going to make a mix for some meatballs. And I've already got my cracker crumbs, spices, and chopped onion right here. I'm going to put it in there, mix that together. Just mixing up the egg here. I'm going to make Hawaiian meatballs and put them in a crock pot. I'm making them ahead of time. So I'm going to mix everything together here. Now I'm going to let the meatball mix marinate for a while, so I'm going to set it aside before I make the meatballs. I'm cooking up 1.5 pounds of the ground beef. We're going to make 2 meals out of this. I'm going to remove half of it after it's cooked. All right, I like to season with salt and pepper just a little bit beforehand while the juices are still cooking. Well, it's still juicy, yeah, and still kind of pink. That way, the salt and pepper flavors the meat better than if you wait until it's completely cooked to salt and pepper it. But I didn't add very much because we're going to be adding sauces to this meat. I've got a whole cabbage. It's a small cabbage. I'm going to cut it in half. We're going to cook it with this meat. I'm also going to cut up some onion to put with that. And I'm going to cook this dish some more, but with the cabbage now, and it's going to reduce down. I've got 3 cloves of garlic, came from the garden. Okay, smash it a little bit to bring out the flavor more. There we go. Then if there's any peeling attached that you didn't realize was there, you can get it off at that time. So let's mince this really fine. All right, I'll let that heat up just a little bit, then I'm going to add that garlic. Add the garlic, we'll let that cook for about a minute. In the meantime, I have some water, mixing it with Worcestershire because I forgot to buy soy sauce the last time I was at the grocery store, and a little bit of ginger. Mix that together. Now we can stir that garlic into the cabbage and meat. We're getting ready to add our sauce. The cabbage is cooked enough. I don't like it too soggy. Whenever you have ginger, you need a little sugar to make this a little sweet. I turned up the heat, poured the sauce over it. We'll cook this for a while. And then I need to cook up some rice real quick too. This needed a little more flavor, so I'm going to add some garlic salt. I plated my husband's food first. He likes his rice separate from his main entree. We have our toppings, chopped green pepper, cucumber, and shredded carrots. He likes that in a separate bowl, and he may eat it like a salad, or he may put it over his food. But he likes to add the toppings himself. And here's my Korean beef bowl with the toppings. Yeah, that brown sugar really flavored up the sauce and gave it a sweetness. So this is delicious, and I'm going to have this for dinner. Now I'm putting on my gloves. I'm going to make 20 meatballs and store them in the refrigerator because I need to water the garden and walk both before it gets dark. We had company today, and it was really nice, and I was able to give some garden produce away, and it just was a blessing. But now I'm a busy beaver trying to catch up with everything. I made the meatballs a little larger than I expected to, so I have 15 instead of 20. But that will work out just fine. I'll just put these in the refrigerator, and the flavors will marinate. Today's the next day. I'm going to go ahead and cook up these meatballs to put in the crock pot with this Hawaiian sauce. In a large frying pan, I'm heating up some olive oil and butter. When you hear it sizzle and the butter or margarine is melted, go ahead and add your meatballs. So we'll just brown them on one side and then turn them over on the other side. Okay, I turned it down to a little lower, between low and medium, because the grease was starting to splatter a little bit. Okay, they're brown on the other side, so I'm going to turn them over. I have barbecue sauce. You can use any kind of barbecue sauce. I added a little bit of ketchup so I wouldn't have to use all of the barbecue sauce because it's more expensive than ketchup. So if you don't have enough barbecue sauce, you can just compensate with ketchup. So I'm going to put that in the cooker along with some pineapple juice. That was only an eighth of a cup. And some chopped, those are shallots. Any kind of onion's fine. Half of a can of pineapple chunks. And I have garlic in here, I'll show you. And I'm going to press it and squeeze it so that it comes out minced. And this is not that easy to use, my husband told me. This is his. He bought it years ago. He doesn't even cook, but I guess occasionally he would cook and use it before I came into the picture. So then you have to, slice it off with a knife, and I'll do that. All right. It's the first time I've done this, believe it or not. I mince garlic all the time, but I've never used this presser. I want to get all of that garlic. Stir that around. These are almost browned on all sides here. Yeah, this is just a way, if you're having a party or having people over, a way to keep the meatballs warmed up in the crock pot. I just have my garlic chives that I'm cutting up real small to add some greenery to this, and it's looking prettier already. The grease is hot. Better be careful here. The recipe calls for frozen meatballs, and it would take 4 hours in the crock pot on low. I have fresh meatballs that I just made, so it's only going to take a couple hours. Now I'm outside. I'm going to pick some parsley. I just want to explain something to you. I had to get out of the house. My husband's taking a nap, but he might wake up if I talk too loud. My husband was thinking about having people over, and then he changed his mind. And I just didn't think it was right to put that video out. If you watch that video, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Also, the music was too loud. I wanted to do some more editing, and YouTube would not allow me to do any more editing. So I had to leave it the way it was. I did not want to say for sure that we were having a party when we're not having a party. So I kind of jumped the gun. I was hoping to persuade him, and it didn't happen. So his sister was here. My daughter may stop by later, and she will eat whatever food I cook. She loves my cooking. So let's pick some parsley. I have never had parsley grow like this. Parsley loves rain, evidently. This has been a blessing. I grew it by seed in, I believe it was early May. Now I'm just cutting up some potatoes to make a potato salad for one of our side dishes. And I'm cooking the potatoes in this pan right here. As soon as it boils, I'll time it. It usually takes several minutes. We have pickled zucchini I'm going to use in the potato salad instead of store-bought pickles. These were super easy to cut up. I pickled these a couple weeks ago, and these are like dill pickles. They're really strong. Sour pickles. Yeah, I didn't put any sweet. My husband likes sweet, so I may have to add a little sugar to the potato salad because these are not what he's used to. He usually gets sweet pickles, but he'll be fine with it if I add a little sugar to the potato salad. Chopped up the red onion, and it's from the garden also. Since I don't put eggs in potato salad, it makes it really easy, I believe. Just a little bit of zucchini pickle juice, and I have to use sugar also. Please the hubby. Just a little bit there. There's some mayonnaise and some mustard, salt, and pepper. If I need to add more mayonnaise, I will. I'm sure there's enough mustard though. I'll stir it around until the potato salad is coated. The red onion or purple onion, it added some color to this potato salad. All I'm going to do is, I'm not going to add paprika. I'm going to go pick some dill from the garden. Makes it even more fresh and delicious. And we've got quite a spread here. I put the meatballs in a smaller bowl because they look prettier in a bowl. They did not look good in the crock pot, but they are delicious. I've already tried one. And we've got a veggie and fruit plate. I do veggie and fruit together, so I just think they complement one another. Yeah, so that looks really healthy. These are zucchini rings. Now, my husband likes me to peel the zucchini. He feels the peelings are kind of tough. But we both love bell pepper rings there. And the tomatoes cherry tomatoes are from the garden also. Everything else is store-bought. There's the potato salad with the fresh dill, and we have a shrimp ring. This was for a special occasion for our anniversary. This looks pretty good. Take a closer look at the meatballs, the Hawaiian meatballs. They are fantastic. And I will give you the recipe that I always use for Italian meatballs. Now it's time to make millionaire spaghetti. And this is a baked spaghetti with really good filling, cottage cheese, sour cream, and cream cheese. I am not a millionaire, so I am not using that much cream cheese because it's very expensive. We'll just cut back a little bit. Plus, that will help us cut back on the calories also. So that's a good idea. By the time we put all this together let me show you this sauce. My husband's favorite, and I really like it too. This is mushroom pasta sauce that comes from Aldi's, and it's absolutely delicious because we're using this jarred sauce. It's going to be amazing even without the fillings. But we're going to bake this baby, and boy, is it going to be good. Right now I'm cooking this spaghetti. As soon as they're done, I'm going to drain them. And then we're going to get our ground beef out of the refrigerator and put the spaghetti sauce with it and gather some other ingredients. I've got 4 tablespoons of butter. You can use butter or margarine on a pan that I did spray. So just to be on the safe side. I'm kind of paranoid about that. Put the spaghetti in there. I've got about half a tub, maybe a little less, of cottage cheese. I'm going to mix sour cream and a little bit of cream cheese, not much. I'm going to mix them all together in this container right here that has cottage cheese in it. It will take some time to mix up here. Now I'm going to spread this filling, this cheese filling, cottage cheese, sour cream, cream cheese. The cream cheese was vegetable flavored, so it has extra flavoring. And I did add a little garlic powder, tiny little bit of sugar to keep the hubby happy, and oregano and basil, just a little bit of spice. It didn't call for it, but I added it. Spread that over the cheese mixture. Now this is fun. I like doing this sort of thing here. Then on top you put pats of butter or margarine. We bake this for 30 minutes in a preheated oven at 350 Fahrenheit. We bring it out, we put the shredded cheese on it, put it back in for 15 minutes. There's spaghetti out of the oven, and there was butter. I had to spread it around a little bit. It had melted mostly, but it was still in the process of melting. My husband likes me to go light on the cheese, and I don't blame him. We don't want this to look like mac and cheese now, do we? We want it to look like spaghetti with a little bit of shredded cheese on top. The millionaire spaghetti is done. It is very hot. I've had this before with noodles. I imagine it tastes very similar. I'm gonna let this cool for quite a while. Here's our salad. And now I'm gonna make a dessert. with, I had some peaches left from a can. I just diced them. And I'm going to make parfaits using graham crackers and vanilla yogurt and peaches. All right. We have our graham crackers. We put a layer of yogurt in each cup, the crushed graham cracker, crumbs, and you add your peaches. Then we do another layer, graham cracker, crumbs, yogurt, and diced peaches. If you have cherries, like from a jar, you can put a cherry on top also. I don't have any. I could put a grape on top. There we go. Check these out though. Isn't that cool? And here's the dinner we'll probably eat tonight. Millionaire spaghetti and tossed salad with onion and tomato. Thanks for watching today. I hope I inspired you to cook something delicious on a budget using a very large package of ground beef. It could be 2 pounds, 2.5 pounds, 3 pounds, and make at least 3 dishes with that or more. If you're a subscriber, thank you for your support. If you're new here, please like, subscribe, and share. God bless each and every one of you. I'll see you on the next one.